Blessing episode 10. And for those of you wondering, I'll be watching it from Funimation's website, and I'll be starting my reaction from the 25-second mark. In 1, 0, and go. I don't know how they managed to capture her though. Dang, talk about dedication. Oh. Oh. I mean, who knows? Maybe she had a reason as to why she did the action she did. That's the thing. There's got to be more to it than just that. Hmm. I think it could have gone about it a different way, though. Often considered his comrades were among the undead, so I'm just saying I think it was completely unethical for him to be using businessmen to feed his undead men. I'm just saying. That's actually a good point, considering the Imperial Protector was so hyped up when it comes to strength. You would think she'd have actually tried to escape captivity. That's a good point. Maybe she feels regret? That could be it. I mean, sometimes when people do negative actions, they feel regret way later. It ain't exactly impossible. Oh, snap. Wait, tall blacks. Okay, I thought for a second something crazy happened because it was all like dark for a second. I was like, oh snap. But I gotta admit though, the series definitely knows how to build the mood up in an intense way. Yeah. Now, as for the opening itself, yeah, they've just about shown off almost everything there is to show off in the opening. Although to think, it's already been 10 episodes, and just this one, and then the next one, and then that's it for Heaven Official's Blessing season 1. That's provided it gets more seasons. Yeah, that's crazy. It just felt only yesterday when the first episode premiered. Wow, that's just completely wild. Alright, let's see if there's any other details in the opening that I might have missed. No, just right about almost everything's there. Now, the only thing the series hasn't really emphasized much on yet that we do see in the opening is the man with like the eye patch. That's about it. Other than that, though, they've just about shown off almost everything, which he awfully looks similar to the men that we. Awfully looks similar to Lang. Sound Lang. Alright, now it's back. Finally! Just wondering what's up the wall stuff's gonna occur on this one. Because that lady doesn't seem like she's in the best of mood. Regardless, though, even if she tries to do anything against Lan or San Lang, she's not going to be able to do much. Considering the type of strength feats we see San Lang actually pull off. Oh. Wait, what? I wonder what she means by other person though. It's only Millstone, Lian, and Lang. That's about it. Unless Lang has like, oh, okay. I was saying unless he has like a similar to the eye patch man in the opening. Because the previous ones didn't really focus on the eyes that much, but the facial structure and the hair too. Hmm. I wonder what she means by free though. Oh, okay. So I'm assuming that she didn't want Millstone to cling on to the past anymore, and that's probably why she meant when it comes to freedom. That's gonna be my guess. Because yes, it's never really right to hang on into the past too much. Dang! That's quite the stereotype of Emily officials, though. I'm just saying. Just because there's a person in a group that's less than ethical doesn't mean everyone else is going to be the same way. But considering the type of backstory she has, I'm not going to blame her, though. That is a pretty dang good question. But at the very least, Leanne solved part of the mystery, and it's better than solving absolutely nothing. So you gotta just look at the positive sides there. God, I mean, even like the animation of the flames, this looks absolutely gorgeous. Gotta comment on that. Dang. Now this makes me wonder how many corpses were down there. And I just love how San Lang, he has like the most calmest looking expression. Considering the fact of the amount of bodies he laid waste to. Hmm. Oh boy, I wonder what Molson's gonna say now. Oh jeez! Damn, she just ate that! What the Okay, she's got the cinema. She must have enough durability to think to be taking all that force. Oh. Well, maybe they didn't bite her because could be some kind of like passive ability when it comes to like the scorpions and that what she wasn't bitten. It's gonna be my guess. But maybe she had a reason for colluding with whoever opened the gate. Damn! Talk about 100% absolute savagery right there. Alright, okay, at least he's stopping things before they get absolutely batshit insane. Oh. Okay, she must be a massive masochist to actually still want to endure the beatdown that Millstone's. Oh. I was kind of hoping that she would have been able to finish off the next few lines she was going to say. Oh. I mean, everyone kind of goes through their peaks in life and their falls. I actually wouldn't mind hearing her backstory. Just hearing her fall from grace. Oh. Talk about the twist there. Damn it, I want to hear the long story, no. I wouldn't. Alright, good, good, good. At least it's showing us some of it. Huh. I like how he's so humble, he even says somehow not even giving details as to how he got promoted. That is actually pretty darn cool right there. Huh. Aww. It's actually kind of just... What? The fuck was that even necessary? I mean, maybe it's just him with the shitty taste in food. Aww. 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 But hey, when you're hungry, though, your self-preservation instincts are going to kick in, though. You're not going to think about the long-term scheme of things when you're in that drained state. Just common sense ain't going to kick in until way later. Hmm. Interesting how he still had the badges even back in the day. Hmm. God, I mean, that is some dedication right there. Oh, did she even sleep back in the day? Oh man, now that right there is just a max gentleman status right there. Oh. Hmm. Oh. I mean, it makes sense though. Oh. Ugh. I mean, hey, at least he didn't perish though there. I mean, hey, life has fun a way of working things out. I mean, hey, life shit happens, As long as Leon is well and alive right now, who cares about all the other details? Oh, now that right there. He says his memory is limited, but I have doubts. I think deep down he probably has a really detailed recollection of his past. He probably just doesn't want to share it right now. That's going to be my guess. Because Lan is a really intelligent man. There's just no way he's going to forget certain details. It, and you know, that in itself is a pretty normal trait. Who knows? Maybe whoever she dang it, man! Just let Leon talk. Maybe she'll actually confess if they go the good cop route before trying to go all bad cop mode. We're trying to gather information. I mean, more. I know he's saying mission accomplished. It feels more like 70% of the mission is accomplished. Oh, okay, that's a pretty scary thought there. And I'm assuming right now they're in a state where she can't control them, considering its red glowing eyes. I'm assuming that was Lang who did that. Yeah, there was no way he was gonna let them get close to his boy. At the same time, I'm not gonna blame his paranoia. Oh snap. Okay, now Lang, he's gonna have to do that 1, 2, 3. He's probably have to do the same thing, but like 20 times and simultaneously. Hopefully, he can do that. I gotta admit, even like the way it's building up the tension with the music and the intense looking CG animation with the snakes, it gives it a nice otherworldly like feel. Especially with like the red demonic like glow. Oh. Hope that worked. Oh! Oh no, 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 no. I didn't want to see our boy get bitten again. Holy. Oh. What in the world? Okay, how are they coming from like this? Oh no! You can't just end like this. Oh. All right. I mean, that was pretty damn cool. Holy shit! It's probably like, oh, as for Stitz Manawada. Oh, hello. I'm watching Heaven's Official's Blessing episode 10 on Funimation's website. But let me go on and give it a breakdown. This episode was pretty darn great. I'm gonna have to rate this one straight up an 8.5 out of 10 because, for one, at least now when it comes to Banyu, we get some characterization. We see that she actually was associated with Nian in the past. And when it comes to the whole story about the General of the Tombstone, it was our main boy all this time. He only, instead of dying straight up, he just played dead because he was pretty much almost stampeded to death. I was like, damn, our boy's got the... He's a tank to be able to endure all that. But all jokes aside, I like that, how we see even back in the day he's still super compassionate, how he gave the warm blanket to Banyu, he risked himself to try to save her, and even taught her how to sing and provided her food. That is so damn sweet right there. So great characterization for Lian. And interesting characterization for Banyu too. Oh. I actually always like this these little chibis near the end of the episode. But great characterization for Banyu too. Just seeing how she easily latched on to Lian and she enjoyed those finer moments. And just see the state she's in, it's just depressing as hell. Makes you want to root for the girl too. Oh, God, I mean, those are some beautiful looking umbrellas right there. Probably buy some of them. If I had the money, that is. I only wish that Funimation would actually translate whatever they're saying, though. Why the Funimation or Billy would translate it. Although it does look really darn pretty, though, I ain't gonna lie. Oh. Dang, that's a... Actually, I love how it shows you the finer craftsmanship, just the attention to details these people have to go through to make these beautiful works of art. And the thing, just seeing like the finer details, like the wood and the way they paint it, honestly, it's just so dang gorgeous. And some of the series just like near the end, it just feels like epic advertisements because for a lot of these products I see in the beginning of the episode, I'm like, yo, I would actually buy this. I actually have the money to buy this too. Oh, all right. I guess there's no after credits then. Damn. Well, other elements I enjoy about this episode too, though. Actually enjoying the fact that for Milestone, you get to just see him just go in an emotional outburst just to beat on you. I was like, geez. And simultaneously, I do like how this episode also gives Banyu a bit of her compassionate side because when she says we've got our freedom now, kind of thought that was an interesting little sequence right there because I was like, okay, guess it makes sense. If Millstone detaches from his undead comrades, so you would actually be able to move on, but he's so stuck in the past that kind of does screw him over. Because whenever you get overtaken by revenge, you do sometimes lose focus on your surroundings and you become so short-sighted. So that's another element I really enjoyed about this episode too. Thought I did a good job in making everyone feel a bit more detailed. And while it didn't focus on San Liang too much, and didn't need to this week, it gave us the focus on Lian, Millstone, and Banyu, and I think that was enough. As for it, the episode from a story standpoint, I actually liked it. I thought it was well balanced. You had your action. It was tense near the end when you had all the snakes showing up. I was frightened as hell. And the reason why I was frightened is because just a few episodes ago, we saw how our poor Leon got infected, and I was like, no, I don't want to see I don't want to see Leanne infected again with the snake poison or anyone else too. That creeped me the hell out. And that's something I love about this series too. Like, it can introduce something as casual as like a character being poisoned, so that when they introduce those creatures that did the poisoning, at least me, I was scared shitless near the end of the episode. I was like, how the hell are they gonna deal with all these snakes? So that's also another cool thing about this about the series in general, where it can make you laugh at one moment, and the next moment it can just have shit hitting the fan instantly for intense epicness. So that's what I thought I did really well from the story standpoint. And on top of that, I love how it took the humor that we had a few weeks ago when it comes to the General of the Tombstone, and it gave us this emotional moment later on in this episode when we got the full details as to why Lian was almost stomped to death. It just makes it sadder in a way. So that's something I really appreciate too, where this series, it can take even the smallest details and it can have any of those details have huge ramifications, and that's amazing writing. That's what I thought from a story standpoint. It was amazing. I mean, what more can you ask for? As for the other elements, animation was beautiful. there was like no usage of still shots, and if there were, they weren't even noticeable because I didn't notice them. I mean, and then aside from that, I do love the usage of colors because this series it usually uses like dimmer colors. Like I hear though, you actually when you see the desert, you see the animators work from brighter colors, and it still looks super gorgeous too. Like, and then another thing I also appreciate the CGI of the snakes. Because in most animated series, whenever they have CG animals, they usually give them skimp on the details to try to give shortcuts to the animators. Here, you don't see that. Instead of the animators taking shortcuts, they give the snakes all the bells and whistles. You see the individual scales, multiple layers of purple shading, glowing demonic red eyes, hissing in the tongue. You even see like unique movements too whenever they move around, or then sometimes when they're really close up, their hand drawn. Like you can tell the animators for Hammond's officials blessing, they're going all in. And that's why from a visual standpoint, it was as about as perfect as you can ask for. I mean, what more can you ask for from that department? And the artwork was gorgeous, especially the armor designs that Lian was wearing in the past. They looked really good. As for voice performances, what can I say? Lian's actor pulled a phenomenal performance, and Millstone's voice actor too. Damn, he really sounded someone really extremely pissed off. I was like, I'd be scared if I heard a man shouting with that kind of tone in their voice. I'd be like, you know what? I'm gonna just step the fuck away from this person. And for it to be making me feel that way, that's impressive. And aside from all that, the music was just absolutely beautiful. And that's why I feel if I had to rate this episode, it has to be an 8.5 out of 10. It was great. And by far, this makes Seven Officials Blessing one of my favorite animations of the year. I mean, geez. With just 10 episodes alone, it has more impact than some 20 plus, or even some 30 plus animations I'm seeing this year alone. And that's why I gotta give it absolute praise. But, anyways, right before I go, I'd like to say just thank you to Shati Muna Wadada and also everyone else. Thank y'all so much for watching the video. Hope y'all have a fun, safe, great, and fantastic day. And I'll see you guys later if you come back for more, because I'm definitely going to be reacting to Heaven's Official Blessing episode 11. I just hope it's next week, because you never know with Funimation. Funimation, they're kind of funky with their schedule. Because originally they had episode 10 scheduled for 11 a.m. on Sunday. Because I checked today, like the 7:30, because it's supposed to come out 30 minutes after Billy Lily, but Funimation had it scheduled for 11 a.m. Sunday. But I was like, you know what? I had a gut feeling that the episode was going to release, so I checked Funimation again. I'm like, and then it was there. I'm like, Funimation, you really need to treat Donhwas better. I'm just saying, you need to treat them the same way you treat your normal animes. But yeah. That's what I meant when I said I hope I see y'all next week, but if not, then I'll see y'all in 8 to 9 days. It just depends on how Funimation handles the release schedule. Hopefully it's not jacked up to shit again. But anyways, thank y'all so much for watching everyone. I hope you have a fantastic day. Bye bye.